Hey there YouTube, and welcome to my first video for this channel, Creative Mel. It's a drawing episode. And I figured that instead of drawing something new, which it actually kind of sucks because I was kind of, sketching a little bit before I did this, and it actually kind of turned out pretty good. But I thought, the most appropriate thing to do would be um one of my redraws. You know, um this picture was done a year ago. Actually, it was last month a year ago um that I did this. And that basically that's when I started drawing, was like a year ago. Like, not the first time I started drawing. I was drawing like in high school, middle school, thereabouts. Actually, no, back in 1994 when Lion King came out. Yeah. And a year ago I decided to get back into drawing, and it's helped a lot. Like, it's just helped tremendously. But let me, before I do get into this, let me show. Now, I'm by no means the best. I mean, look at that. I've improved, but not, just not by a landslide. But let me show you how I used to draw back in grade school through high school. And I can't say it was always horrible, like it was always a horrible way to draw, because some of my pictures would turn out really good. But when I used to draw, it was starting with the nose, kind of like that, and then the mouth, and then the chin. Oops. I guess it's kind of rainy, I don't know. And then this, you can already see the problem with this kind of drawing, at least for me. And then I'd go with the eye, and whatever, and here it is, whatever the lines decided to look, that's basically what determined what it would be. Whether a lion or a lioness. And I and my sketching is terrible. Like, it's just terrible. But I'm just going to draw a little bit of just, I'm just going to draw the head. Just the head. But yeah, you can already see, this is just an example of how I used to draw. And of course, I would be looking at something. I'm not looking at something right now. But yeah, that's, yeah. So I never saw improvement, you know, as going through grade school, middle school, high school. And yeah, I've taken some art classes and I definitely have some things to say about that. Um, but yeah, I never saw improvement. Because I guess in a way I never really allowed myself to grow. And granted, I didn't know any better either. I'm probably sure there is a faster way to get rid of this, but I don't know at the moment. So, and also I've decided to stick with this, oops. I've decided to stick with sketching in this blue, and it seems to work. And then I can go over it with a darker color or with standard black, and then, continue to shape the sketch into a solid picture. And usually what it is my sketch will look like crap, right? And then I'll go over it in black, right? And like refine things and try to make it look better. But yeah, there's a lot of this going on, a lot of erasing. Apparently it's on like some shade thing. But yeah, what I use is Photoshop Elements. It came free with the tablet that I got, so I've got plenty and plenty and plenty of drawing stories to tell. But yeah, let's continue with this. Alright, here's the way I do it. And all of the advice that I have is just simply things that worked for me. So when I got back into drawing, I knew that when it's a nice solid looking sphere. When I got back into drawing, I knew that something was off, and it had to change. I couldn't just continue doing what I did, all those years ago. And the one thing that has always eluded me, and it still does, in a way, are the guidelines. Because I drew the way I did, I have a lot of layers. I used to not have a lot of layers, but I do now. That way the sphere will be there. So even if I make a mistake, and mess up and want to try again, I can start again with the sphere. Circle, rather. But drawing like I did back when, it wouldn't work because, what I drew depended on the lines that were already there. if I wanted to draw like a particular thing, you know, a specific thing, it wasn't gonna happen. Unless by some odd stroke of luck, you know? Um, so I knew something had to change, and I had to wrap my mind around the guidelines. The guidelines of these two lines. Concerning the head, these two lines going from top to bottom and right to left. These lines. Now, this is the eye line. And this line isn't exactly the middle of the sphere. You can make it the middle of the sphere, but for me, I like to use this line as where the eye is. One of the eyes. So that is how I begin my drawings, with these guidelines. And kind of going back to this original drawing, it was this drawing that made me see that I could do like its own kind of series, headshot series. And the background color is their main fur color, and it looks awesome to me. I absolutely love it. Alright. Now, I really don't think this is going to be the image that I do use for the actual redraw. I'm gonna have to get the main picture out for that, the picture that I used as reference for this. And, okay. This is the shape of the eye. And from here, here is the middle of the sphere. So I hope anyway. But yeah. It was definitely a learning experience, and watching other people draw really got me motivated to want to draw as well. And I've actually been trying to, you know, teach myself, you know, how certain things, you know, like, nobody taught me this. I kind of just learned as I went. And made my own. And sometimes I would have to take the actual picture that I was trying to do or trying to draw and sketch over it just to figure out these types of things, you know, how the nose is shaped, how the muzzle is shaped, how the eye is shaped, how far away the eye is from the other eye, you know, and all of that. Now this looks a lot better than what I did just starting with the nose. The guidelines have helped me so much. So much. It's just amazing. Alright, I'm kind of just going off of the original picture there. And I still think it's too big, you know. Like it should be a lot smaller, like right there. And here's an example of all of the erasing that I've talked about before. And one thing, and you know, that was the thing, you know, there were times where you know, I did good drawings. Uh-oh. There we go, that'll actually work. Yeah, yeah, it's helped me so much. These guidelines, and they're what I've always needed, and YouTube videos helped tremendously. And one other thing that I had to really understand that I just wasn't getting growing up, you know, and oftentimes, you know, I was not a patient person. You know, and so often like drawing because I couldn't draw what was in my head. You know, I couldn't because of that terrible, you know, way I was drawing. One, and I will definitely show a video of some of my drawings. Especially one concerning you know, a drawing that took me, you know, I gave myself a month to do because it was special. It was very special. It makes me wonder about this. Makes me wonder, like, about her entire... Because every time I would draw something that I didn't like, I hated it, and I was just very self-destructive about that. Very self-destructive. And it's like I didn't want to draw anymore. um, here. Yeah, it's a bit. Maybe like that. It might be too much. But yeah, like that, you know, if you make a mistake, or if you do lines that, you know, you don't like, you know, you can't beat yourself up over it. And that's exactly what I did. And I just, you know, as I said, there was no improvement, you know. How could there be? You know, how could there be? And, you know, I'm not saying every drawing that I do now is perfect. This is, you know, by no means perfect, but, you know, the point of it. The point of it is to be better. Than the image on the right. However, I think it's nice though to actually take your original image and just go off of that instead of like the movie still, you know. Although, you know, both are good actually. Both are good. But yeah, I just, you know, I gave up so often, so often. But the thing that I wasn't understanding was the fact that these lines were not concrete. And that's what I kept viewing them as concrete. Every line that I drew, this was concrete. 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 It was like there forever. And it's like, no. You can erase. You can erase these lines and make better ones, you know? And it was this beautiful, beautiful, it was this wonderful video. Absolutely wonderful video that I remember. And that's basically what the guy taught. You know, it's basically what he was saying. You know, you can flesh it out, you know, it doesn't have to be you know, these lines that you do, they don't have to be concrete. You know, when you do it with pencil, you know, they're light for a reason. They're light for a reason. And another thing that really helped me was looking back at my drawings and figuring out what was wrong with them. Like, for this drawing, I knew something was wrong with it, but I didn't really know what it was. And then I finally was like, it's the eye. The eye is too close to the other one. And I didn't know how to fix it. I know how to fix it now, you know, with the structure, working more with the structure and the eye line and the guidelines and all that stuff. You know, you create a more anatomically correct image. And knowing where the middle of the face is, you know, as opposed to this one guideline that tells you where the second eye is, where the edge of the second eye is. That's basically what this line is for me. Just kind of making some little changes here and there. Or just there we go. And this probably needs to come in like that. Well, actually, I like the cheek, but the eye, you know, like there's too much of it, you know. But I mean, just looking at this, the older picture, and then looking at this one, you can just definitely see that it's just better. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better, and that's what I want. That is exactly what I want, and I'm happy with it because of that, you know, because it is an improvement from this past picture a year ago. But yeah, being an impatient person, but yet liking to draw was like a terrible mixture. If you draw and you like to draw, you need to learn patience. You need to learn patience, or else drawing will not be something that you do all the time. Concerning the eyes, I think I am going to have to look at the actual, you know, movie reference. You know, my thoughts on that, there's nothing wrong with looking at references. You look at references all the time when you try to draw. So, you know, to have this thought that if you look at references, then you fail as an artist, then that's not true. It's very false. I don't know why I made this like super dark. But yeah. So the sketch looks really good. Like I'm super happy with it. Like more happy than trying to figure out, you know, trying to figure out what could work. But yeah, for the longest time, I don't know. For the longest time, you know, I could not understand how to put the muzzle to the face, but I think I get it now, you know. And it's not so much this line, although I kind of use it. It's the middle of the face. When you find the middle of the sphere, go out at a diagonal a little bit, and then, you know, keep the lines, you know, the same. And it's basically like a rectangle, you know. And, you know, at kind of an odd angle. But I mean, you know, that's top of the nose is here. You know, chin. You know, and the eyes there. And I thought that was a really cool thing, because I swear, I don't know why. I don't know why, but you know, when I looked up how to draw Lion King characters, or how to draw Lion King at all, and I have that How to Draw Lion King book from like 1994. They're always like, you know, yeah, draw the sphere, draw the guidelines, and then draw some weird shape that seems to make no sense, right? But as you go along in the drawing, you know, all of a sudden it seems to make sense. But that did not make sense to me. That weird shape, that weird blob, and it's like the muzzle as a rectangle makes, you know, so much more sense. So much more sense to me than that weird thing. But yeah, this is it's just a sketching process. I think I might keep it. It looks really nice. So I think I'll keep it. No. I need to fix that eye. I always have to fix an eye or an ear or sometimes the entire thing. But this actually looks really nice, and I am happy with it. These videos, the videos that I make, they're not meant to be tutorials. They're just, you know, things that happen to work for me. And I figured, you know, why not share that? So that's all that I would like to do. And I'm so happy with the sketch. And what I do is, when I do a sketch, you know, I'll initial it and put a date on it. And then I will put it up on DA. And if you want to check out my DA, where I put up all of my drawings and things, the link will be down below. But you know, this is just me rambling. I think I will make another video where I don't ramble, and it will be a fast forward of me doing the sketching process and then doing the line work and then the color and the shading and the highlights and all that stuff, as like a speed thing. Let me know if you want a more slower version of, you know, the painting or the coloring of the piece. You know, let me know. and I will do that. But yeah, I'm very excited about this, very excited about this. It's like I have been wanting to do this for like ages, absolutely ages. And I just, honestly, I didn't really know how to approach it. But it looks great. It looks great and I'm very happy with it. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and comment down below. I love talking about the things that interest me, the drawing process. Like, this is just simply how I draw, and what has worked for me. And, but I'm very curious and very interested about, other people and the way, they draw and how they sketch and all of that. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section, and also let me know what frustrates you about the drawing process. I mean, is it easy for you to sketch out an idea, or is it difficult? What do you enjoy doing the most? Is it the sketching? Is it line work? Is it coloring? But yeah, so there'll definitely be, say that's out a bit too far, maybe that? There we go, that kind of works. It just seems like they should be bigger somehow, But I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Yeah, that's gotta be there. There we go. There we go. That looks better. Because, that is technically supposed to connect. Well, not really connect, but, But yeah, let me know. I'm very curious. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.